Hey speeders, Michael Lukai here. Today we're at Magarigawa, Japan for a very special event by Rolls-Royce, Infinity Unleashed. Now it's all about the Black Badge. What's Black Badge? It's all about speed and performance from Rolls-Royce. And I'd like to give a shout out to Eurokars for giving me the opportunity to be here today. They've been the sole distributor of Rolls-Royce motor cars since 2004. Now I'll be driving a few fun cars today, but next to me we have the most powerful Rolls-Royce ever made, Black Badge Spectre. 659 horsepower and 1,075 Newton meters of torque. So I'll be having fun in this and a few other cars, but I won't be alone. To start off, I'll be sitting with the APAC director of Rolls-Royce, Irene Nikkein.
Aha, you must be Irene.
I am.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. Selamat siang, Ibu. Selamat siang.
Selamat siang. Won't call me Ibu. Make it sound really old. Selamat siang. Apa kabar?
Baik. So not a lot of people may know, but Irene is actually Indonesian.
Yes, I was Indonesian.
You're right. Once an Indonesian, always an Indonesian.
Definitely. It is still in my blood.
It's done, yeah.
I still love to eat nasi padang. I still love to eat makanan orang Indo.
Makanan orang Indo. Congratulations on the event and thank you for having me here. I think this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is the first Black Badge experience for APAC clients. Is that correct?
At such a scale to put together where I am offering to all our APAC clients and our APAC media, definitely the very first time. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of story behind this. A year ago, I was invited to come to this track because we knew the owners. And when I stood here, looking at the crowd and looking at the magnificent state of this track, I thought to myself, why is Rolls-Royce not here? Yeah. And I guess the rest is history.
Sorry.
And then once again, knowing the APAC clients quite a bit, it's not just about the drive. It's not just about the track. We want to really offer an experience. An exclusive, luxurious experience.
Yeah, I think that's important for the DNA of Rolls-Royce. Also, it reflects the same values. It's the holistic view of the whole experience, not just the performance, the burns, you can get it, but also everything else in between, the hospitality, the food, and great people, right?
Yeah, we call this the high-touch experience.
The high-touch experience, I like that. Okay. When clients or enthusiasts deal with Rolls-Royce, it's not just about the car, it's about the lifestyle, right? So what is luxury in your definition that's exuded from Rolls-Royce?
In my definition, my perspective, I think it starts with exceptional quality.
Okay.
We hear that a lot from the clients as well. You know, the quality of our cars, the quality of our products is really top-notch. I think at the end of the day, ultimately, luxury, in my definition, is it has to fulfill desires. It has to fulfill a high level of that wish and dream that is beyond our daily needs.
Very, very good definition. And speaking of emotion and how clients feel, this is the first EV that's released by Rolls-Royce. What was some emotional reaction or surprises that came from the clients? What were some of their feedback with the Spectre?
I'm very, very happy to actually say 99.9999% of them actually has a lot of praises for the car. They really love how the car drives, the smoothness, the elegance, the easiness, the effortless journey for them to actually utilize the car. A few common ones that I've heard quite consistently, I think is the very first one is they felt that the weight of the car, 3 tons, doesn't feel like so.
Right.
When you actually take it onto the road, especially when you have a clear road and you really accelerate with the power.
Right.
They felt they were really flying on magic carpet. The clients actually even said they were surprised and happily surprised, by the way, that the car is not appearing too digitally like. So they appreciate the presence of the tactile effect. Our clients like a good balance between what digital can offer you. As you can see from your speedometer, this is beautiful in my opinion, the way it interacts with your way of driving, the colors, yet we still keep to a very good level of tactile.
It's a delicate balancing act. Like, how much digital do you want to go? How much do you want to keep, real leather versus synthetic leather, recycled leather? How do you guys balance it? You have to have like a certain standard that, okay, these parts, for example, like we'll never change it.
But that's why we always say it's Rolls-Royce first. And it's very important that we still keep the beauty of Rolls-Royce. And you would expect this when you step into a Rolls-Royce car. There's no difference actually with other Rolls-Royce that have.
Indonesians, especially with a lot of Chinese brands coming into Indonesia, there's a certain feeling that the heritage and the value of luxury brands are being diluted, because now people are like, oh, I want efficiency, I want cheap, I want quick, I want features that are jam-packed, and we're starting to see that develop into a faster pace. Do you see this as a threat, or does Rolls-Royce have a secret sauce that's like, okay, this is unique to our customers because you're very niche, and that's the thing that we're going to keep building on and not get distracted?
First of all, I think one should never complacent. There's always new development, new technology, new brands, new countries. This whole industry is actually transitioning. In Rolls-Royce, we have a very strong heritage. We have a strong history. I think that's one thing we can never buy in life is time. So we have that benefit of the heritage and history. Therefore, I think it's always important for us to stick our ears to the ground. And that's also the reason why the region office is very important, to understand what is it that the clients want eventually. So there will always be a market for things that turn around fast. Something cheaper, something affordable, something that you can change around quicker. But I strongly still believe there's always this need and consumption for something much more luxurious and in a deeper quality.
So if I were to highlight just in one word, it would be heritage. As you mentioned earlier, right? That time, you cannot buy time. I would go a little bit more personal, because a lot of our viewers look up to the people we have on this channel, and you're no exception. So I want to talk about you being an Indonesian woman that rose to become the APAC regional director of Rolls-Royce. What sort of values and experiences shaped your career until you are where you are today?
I think the first thing I've always learned is to challenge the status quo.
Okay.
I think that's also correct.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's always been a bit of my motto as well. Don't accept, things as the way they are. Take it professionally to challenge it. I would say also be confident with what you have to offer on the table itself, and I think that usually earns a space for you. Earns your presence as well. I think in my industry, I've been told also there's a lot of male presence. Right. So how do a female actually manage to move forward as well?
Right.
I think first of all, you don't even need to remind yourself you're a female. I think everyone knows that you are female, right? So what's the point of reminding everyone that you're a female? So just be who you are.
To all the young professionals who want to be where you are today, what's one single piece of advice that you would give?
Act as if this thing belongs to you. Okay. Treat the things that you've been given with that kind of responsibility and ownership. By natural, you will look at things very differently. If you take it as a job, then I guess you can't really move too far away.
Right.
But if you run it and put on the thinking hat, today if I own this, what would I do differently? That's good. And with that, I think you assumed a completely different responsibility. And that will gear you quite naturally forward, what you should be looking at and navigate forwards.
The sense of ownership and putting the soul into the work.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Well, Irene, thank you so much for your time. I think it's been really insightful. It's been such an honor to finally sit down with you. We met previously before, but for a short time. But this time I really got to get inside the brain of Irene Nikkein. So thank you so much, APAC Director of Rolls-Royce. It's been a pleasure. It's an honor. And thank you again for having me here today. It's been such a great event, and I'm honored to be here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me as well, and also for the great chat.
Yes.
You intrigued my mind. as well. So
you, thank
I'm
you.
constantly learning as well. I think it's good. Maybe I should start to own one of these.
Yep,
I
yep.
try to have some fun with it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Irene. Take care and all the best.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Bye.
After that inspiring chat with Irene, it was time to unleash the Black Badge lineup on Magarigawa's track and trails, starting with the Ghost, then Cullinan, and saving Spectre for last. We began in the Black Badge Ghost Series II, the most technical and agile of the trio. Its 6.75-liter twin-turbo V12 puts out 600 horsepower and 900 Nm of torque, moving its 2.5-ton frame with unexpected nimbleness. Flip the gear stock into low and dynamic drive kicks in. Throttle response sharpens, the engine noise is more pronounced, and shifts snap instantly, making the Ghost corner with more precision.
Is it just like this?
Yes.
Okay. Is the engine louder? A little bit? Ah, I can hear it.
The level limited too high,
Ah, I see.
and the transmission the punchy.
Punchy, yeah.
Yes.
I can feel it. I can feel the difference. So this has 600 horsepower,
Yes, exactly.
900 Newton meters of torque,
Mm-hmm.
and the lightest car out of the three, right?
Yes.
Whoa, there's a little... Nice. Is it all-wheel steering? No, right?
Yeah.
It is?
Yes,
I
it
can
is.
feel it. That's why it can turn in quite sharp. Ooh, we can hear the engine. Hear that V12. Here's the sky turn.
Yeah.
We go here?
Yes.
Okay.
I go back.
That was fun. Hey buddy, that was
It's
good.
good.
That was a lot of fun.
Next, the Black Badge Cullinan, Rolls-Royce's off-road flagship. You still get that 600 horsepower, 900 Nm V12 heart, but in off-road drive mode, the Cullinan transforms gravel into what they call a magic carpet ride. Dynamic four-wheel steering and reinforced air suspension keeps the ride hushed and poised, even when tackling uneven terrain.
Easy to drive, right?
Yeah, very easy.
Yeah.
The steering is so light.
Slowly, yeah. Okay. This is mobile, but like is it carpet ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So comfortable.
Yes. Good.
it's still
Very
comfortable,
good,
though.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah. You turn. So we try to this button.
Okay.
This button is hill descent.
Oh, hill descent, so it'll brake by itself.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Yes. This one
yeah,
active.
I
Yeah.
see.
Like again.
It goes green. Okay. Oh, it brakes by itself. Okay. I was still nervous, so I put on the brake.
If touch the brake,
Yeah.
this one is not active.
I see. Okay.
More dangerous.
I got nervous.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It goes very slow.
Good, good.
Finally, the Black Badge Spectre, Rolls-Royce's most powerful model ever, with 650 horsepower and 1,075 Nm of torque from its dual electric motors. In normal mode, the EV glides in serene silence, a match made in heaven if you ask me. But switch to infinity mode and its alter ego awakens. Steering and throttle response become razor sharp, unleashing track-ready performance despite its 3-ton weight.
Are we doing infinity right away?
So this first one, no, we're going to do standard for this first lap,
Got it.
and then the second lap will activate the infinity, so then you can compare the two then.
Got it.
So when you're ready, away we go.
There is no launch control in.
No, just accelerate hard away. K's.
160. Okay. We'll use that as a reference for the infinity mode. So right now it's 500 and.
So right now we're running at 577 brake horsepower.
Okay.
When we activate the infinity mode, that will increase it to 660.
Okay.
When we activate spirited start mode, we increase the torque to 1075. We've designed the torque to be produced in a way where because you mentioned about it, being instantaneous out of the corner.
but still very
Rolls-Royce in the way it delivers it.
Yes.
And that's intentional in the design.
very classy.
Yes. The number one thing that happened when they discussed designing Spectre and Spectre Black Badge is that it must be a Rolls-Royce first and foremost.
Yeah.
And the fact it's an EV has to come as a secondary to the priority,
Makes
which is a
sense.
Rolls-Royce.
Makes sense.
As you may or may not know, the actual original prophecy of Charles Rolls and Henry Royce was to produce an EV car. They wanted to do that in the very inception.
That's right.
But they knew they didn't have the facilities and the ability at the time to do that. So as a brand, when we realised actually EVs are starting to become the way forward,
Yeah.
now we can make it.
Right.
And that's where Spectre came from.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a match made in heaven, to
Yes.
be honest. It delivers the ultimate Rolls-Royce
Yes.
feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So again, just as a reminder to activate it, move all your feet across one pedal effectively, and then both of them down as far as they go. Car will squat and shake, release the brake, brace yourself.
There you go. 1, 2, 3.
So your torque output's the big number difference from 900 to 1075.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
175 is the difference, but it's you feel it from the instant acceleration.
Yeah.
It's not the mid-range or the end. It's
Yes,
the
yes,
instantaneousness
yes.
of it. But again, it's still a gentle push in the back.
Yeah.
Which is what we wanted.
Right. Right. So it does basically the same thing through the slalom.
Yes. So the EAR is still working the same way. The faster you go, the more the speed will decrease.
I see.
But now we're still in infinity mode, I believe we are. So if you turn off the cruise control, what you will notice with the infinity mode active is the throttle response has picked up ever so slightly.
Yeah.
So the car is a bit more willing to go.
Yeah.
You will notice, however, that the infinity bar on the left is now depleted.
Ah, what does that mean?
So what that means is if we tried to do a spirited start again, we wouldn't have it active. So we now need to recharge it, and we do that by lifting off the throttle and regaining charge into the system. You get the boy racer come alongside you in, his whatever he's got,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know what it is that you're sitting in. You go, buddy, you have no idea what we're about to do.
I think it's a whole different competition.
Yeah.
It's just a Rolls-Royce.
Humble him in front of his girlfriends.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Hey,
that was really
pleasure.
good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it very much.
If you're interested, the Black Badge Spectre arrives in Jakarta in the second half of 2025, so be ready. Fast or relaxed, on-road or off, each Black Badge showed its unique swagger. But beyond the horsepower and high-tech modes, its high-touch philosophy, hand-stitched leather, bespoke craftsmanship, and personal service is what truly sets Rolls-Royce apart. My deepest thanks to Rolls-Royce Indonesia for appointing Speedgrid as their sole media representative, and to Eurokars, the exclusive distributor for Rolls-Royce motor cars since 2004, for making this extraordinary journey possible.